Alright, so I've got yet another Satsuma save here. Satsuma won't start. Please fix. It's got one endorsement, 108 unique downloads, 116 total downloads, and 2,000 views. It was uploaded on July 9th, 2023. It's by Ro the Boy. I already downloaded it, but please help me. I spent 1 hour to build this just for it to not work. Help me, I spent 1 hour building it and it won't start. And here we have the save itself. So unlike the last couple that had a bunch of like MSC editor backup files or mod, this appears to be a completely unmodded game as far as I can tell here. So yeah, let's get into it, I guess. Okay, so we're in the main menu here of the this guy's save here. So we're gonna go ahead and see what's in store for us. Let's go. Okay, well he has maximum thirst and maximum hunger. That's a... Oh. Another guy that died. Another guy that died in town. Wait, if he's dead, why does he have maximum hunger and maximum thirst? Usually you shouldn't have max thirst and max hunger if you died. It should get reset. Well, luckily I'm near the shop, and luckily I have plenty of money. He's also broken the window of the shop. Oh. Shit, that's fucking Penna. I gotta get food. I gotta get food fast. Alright. We made it. Let's go. Thanks for the ride, man. Now we just gotta ride home. Alright, man. Thanks for the ride. You can go now. Alright, where the hell is this Satsuma? There it is. It's right there. Look at that. Got some wheels here. So I don't know what the hell is wrong with this thing. Okay. So let's check a look at this puppy here. Let's see what's wrong with him. Let's see. It's got a brand new battery in it. Well, look at that. Let's go ahead and take out the battery here. Because well, the bolt's out of the battery. So maybe that's why it's not starting. Well, nothing from the... It does have lights working, so obviously the battery is working. Or at least the electricals are working, but not the starter. Okay, first of all, the radiator fan's not connected. That's a bad sign. So I can assume he did not use MSC editor to attach the wiring. So that's good. So we're gonna put on the charger here for just a little bit. Well, the battery's at half charge, so at least I know the battery's still good. So that's good at least. Okay, let's go take a look at this thing. So there's obviously some missing wires here. One of them is obviously the fan connection is not attached, which is, you know, kind of a big deal. You kind of need that. Starter looks wired up okay. What other wires could be missing? There's one from the main harness connector, I believe. So let me just... After trying for several minutes to figure out what could be missing on the wiring side, I finally figured out what it was. Main harness connector. I wonder if maybe like one of the terminals ain't get connected or something. It could be what it is. Let's see. Bro, are you serious? Come on, man. I mean, I'll give him props to try to build it himself, not use cheap box from what I can tell, though. Those wheels are polished, so I don't know. We don't really know what he did to the car, to be honest. So, well, she's turning over at least. We know that one. I can hear the distributor. That's not good. See if I can tune it a bit here while it warms up. There we go. Okay. So I guess we could see this thing can move under its own power, I guess. Okay, it's not moving. That's a bit concerning. Why is it not moving? My first thought was maybe the half caps weren't bolted in all the way, or maybe they were just glitched or something, and I tried reconnecting them, or just disassembling them, or they're taking them out, and then putting them back in again, but that didn't work. My only thought process is that maybe he used MSC Editor to attach them because he didn't know how to put them on, and they probably glitched. We got one shiny wheel, and then the rest of these are dirty. What the hell? What is that? What even happened? I don't understand. That is goofy. What the heck? Okay. It's low on oil too, which I probably should put some oil in it. Just to realize that. Oh yeah, it definitely needs oil. That's a thing it needs. After topping off the oil, I also soon discovered even more problems with the car. Oh, and one of the tires are flat. So we didn't fix the tires either. So we need new tires. And we need to figure out why this thing is not moving. I don't really know why it's not moving, to be honest, y'all. This one is a bit of a stumper for me, you know? After probably way too much time troubleshooting what was wrong with the car, my only thought process at this point was maybe it was the clutch. I couldn't really think of any other reason why the car wasn't moving. Unfortunately, that was not why it wasn't moving. Luckily for me, the guy who made this safe had just unlocked the keys for the van and the keys for the Gifu, so I didn't have to take my time driving the tractor all the way to Fleetari's. With the wheels loaded up, I headed over to Fleetari's shop to get new tires and to buy a new clutch. And since our lovely guy, the guy who made the save, has so much money, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get the nice tires, the nice, yeah, the Gobra, yeah. So thank you, save guy, for all this money, which I'm sure was totally earned legitimately, totally, of course, you know, of course. Shut up, Tamo, I'm not doing the stupid flyer job. Oh, he said the thing! Anyway, we're not doing a flyer job because obviously I just want to get the car fixed. Hey, listen, buddy, I'm sorry. I'm a little frustrated right now, okay? I probably should buy some more oil, too. And, maybe another battery? Nah. Maybe some cool. Alright, where the fuck? Let's buy some coolant. We're gonna pimp this thing out anyway, so. Seat cover, dash cover. We're gonna buy everything for this car. We're gonna pimp this car out, dude. I mean, this guy has $400,000, so I mean, I might as well just put a post order in for all the performance parts, just so I can like. No way, I can't because I want to pass inspection. But yeah, I mean, this guy has all this money. I might as well just freaking use all of his quote unquote hard-earned money for a complete rebuild of the Satsuma. Before installing my clutch, I had a brief moment of clarity and thought, maybe it isn't the clutch. And I soon discovered why the car wasn't moving. Oh! Well, that's probably why the car doesn't move. I'm so glad I bought brake fluid for this thing, then. God damn, bro. Jesus. That's freaking... Bro, well, I built it myself. I don't know why it won't drive. Well, I'll tell you what, mister. It's probably because you don't have any clutch fluid in it. Because you kind of need that to shift gears and stuff. Okay. Why does it keep shifting back into... Alright, never mind. I guess it's just a misclick here. Alright, well, now it's moving now. So that's all it was. It just needed some brake fluid. Or clutch fluid. Well, that was easy. All we can do at this point is play the waiting game. But hey, like I said, since this guy has so much money, I might as well pimp this thing out for him, you know? I might as well do that for him, you know? So we're gonna pimp this thing out here. We're gonna pimp it out. We're gonna... He's already got that. He's already got that. Okay. Give him that. Yep, I'm gonna give him that. Give him the ricer spoiler. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I want. Yeah. Alright, well, thanks for the money, dummy. So now we just have to wait and get new tires for this thing. After I finished ordering my parts, I went down to Temmo's to put in my post order. After driving back home and taking the moped back to the shop, I decided to find any means necessary to basically make time go by as fast as possible. And then I ran into Janie. After Janie knocked me out, I found myself teleported to Grandma's house. And at this point, I kind of figured I was screwed. So the only thing I could do at this point was basically go to the well and drink a ton of water until my bladder exploded and I died. After I respawned to the church, I headed straight over to Temmo's pub, got absolutely wasted on vodka in the hopes that I could have a time skip till at least Monday so I could finally get this car fixed. Instead, my character ended up teleporting back to my house on Sunday morning, with of course a terrible hangover. Being this hungover, of course, first thing I did was drink the bottle of booze it's given to you by Uncle at the beginning of the game, and then drink a ton of beer until my hangover was completely nursed over by alcohol. At this point, there wasn't really much else I could do, so I did what any drunk person does on a Sunday afternoon, and I watched the rally. After a while, the alcohol got the better of me, though, and I started to get a little bit creative with the spray paint. I mean, there wasn't much else I could do at this point in the game, so I figured anything to kill some time would have been better than nothing. Whilst I was still in my drunken stupor, I decided to kill some more time by driving the van over to Futari to pick up my wheels. That way the car would be mostly done by the time Monday came around. After I put on the new wheels, I decided to give a little test drive for the Satsuma before I got it inspected. This caused more problems. Bro, what the hell? Did this guy not even attach his frickin'... Jesus Christ, bro. Well, I'm glad I picked this up today and not... Well, whenever it's supposed to be. Okay, I gotta fix this shit now, I guess. Hopefully everything's all fixed. So when I go for a test drive, it doesn't fucking fall apart on me. After reattaching all the suspension components and bolting everything down, I then discovered yet another problem with this car. The car kept shifting into neutral. Now at this point I figured that maybe the gearbox was bad. So that was just one more thing I had to fix on this car. But it turns out that wasn't even the issue at all, and I simply wasted my time. Oh, fucking god damn it. Because the suspension components were not properly attached, it also caused the suspension mounts to become damaged. Once again, another thing I had to fix on this piece of shit car. I arrived at Futari later that evening, and since I had to replace the gearbox anyway, which required you to take out the engine, I decided to prep it beforehand, so that way I could just easily buy the transmission, put it back in, and then put the engine back in. One small part I neglected to remember was, every time you take out the engine out of your Satsuma, you have to rewire the battery ground connector. And I didn't have the wiring harness with me, so at one point in the video I had to go back and grab the wiring harness back from home. When I awoke the next morning, I went to Futari's shop and I ordered basically anything I could get my hands on. This guy had a ton of money and I was going to use every last bit of it. I got body work, I got new paint, I got a longer final drive ratio, I got engine tuning, I got everything I could think of to make this car good. I might as well enjoy it while it lasts at this point, so I figured why not. I have to say, having a lot of money was one of the good things about this save, rather than having to scrape by, barely, to get enough money to buy whatever you needed to fix the car. After installing my new transmission, which, by the way, I didn't even need, I realized I needed another beer case to put the engine back in. So, at this point, I took the Ferndale to Temo's shop and discovered a really weird glitch. How did my stuff get already on the thing? I didn't even pay for it yet. What the fuck? Okay, that is really weird. I hadn't even paid for my stuff yet. Okay, this is weird. I'm gonna have to like. That is really weird. Okay. It was at this point in my playthrough I was beginning to think that the save I downloaded was cursed or something, because I had never had this happen before, and when I went to go pay for my post order, it had $0 on it. This is truly a weird phenomenon I've never encountered in all my hours of playing my summer car. After I got back with the Ferndale, I put the engine back in, put new headlights in, put all the hoses back in, and then caught the bus to get my moped back so I could go get my wiring harness. Once I got back home with the moped, I then spammed my way to 10 o'clock, and then used the television to get enough fatigue so I could go to sleep. At this point, I was basically done with this save, and I wanted to get it done as quickly as possible, because I had spent way too much time on it, and frankly, as I said, I was beginning to think the save was cursed. And in fact, it wasn't. I was just being retarded. The next morning, I grabbed a van, grabbed a wiring harness, and I made sure to grab the warning triangle from the tractor, because I was not going all the way back home to go and grab it. After installing all the custom parts I ordered, I got the car started and made my way over to Lindell's inspection shop to finally finish this frickin' save. However, I was still having issues with the gearbox, and like I said, at this point, I was at my wit's end. I genuinely thought the save was cursed, but in reality, it wasn't. In fact, it was simply because one of the bolts on the shift link, which was one tick loose. That was literally the entire problem with the car, and I was too retarded to realize that at the time. By the time I got to town, I figured it out, but honestly, it probably wouldn't have done anything. And now for the moment of truth. And there we go, I finally finished it, I finally got it done. This absolute piece of shit car, I finally fixed it. And realistically, it wasn't really that bad of a car. I just had some problems with it, because I guess I'm so used to having everything double checked and tightened that I didn't think some of the stuff was just simply loose, or it had no fluid in it. But I'm glad this save is finally over. I'm glad that I can finally move on to another video, because holy crap, this took way too long to make. So yeah, thanks for the money, by the way. I appreciate the money to make this pimped out piece of shit. So I don't know, this video is kind of discouraging me from making any more to save my Satsuma videos, because this sometimes this can be infuriating. But I finally got it done. Once again, I try to make it as short as possible. You don't get as many views as I would like, but I mean, it's, I guess, kind of par for the course for a longer form video, which is why I make the shorts as well, to kind of fill in the gaps. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. I think I'm gonna take a break. Alright guys, trust me, if you saw the full, I try to cut out a lot as I could, and if you saw the full footage, there was a lot of frustration. But I wanted to cut it all out because I didn't want the video to be too long, and I was just also lazy. So, but that's it. Have a good night, guys, and have a great week.